comp with Viper, KJ, and Sage, if anything.
I mean, the thing is that with that Sage, you have to substitute, right? Do you take out Jonah 6 and to have kind of like that crazy util dump, which we've seen in the past where KJ was your 5th flex. I think having that double controller, at least for the side of Squirtle Squad, allows kind of fakes, and we might see it on the defense where they're kind of stacked heavy with Viper and KJ on that B side, denying that spike plant, knowing that that Sage roll is in play. But we're kicked it off here in the pistol round. TSM versus Squirtle Squad, and well, Squirtle Squad are taking things exceptionally slow just to kick things off. I think they're just trying to feel out the map for now.
Yeah, just a small moment of pause, at least, as TSM, they still maintain their early positionings. Good early guiding light from Sabrosa. This is getting a little bit of information over towards A main, but that's really all it is. TSM, they have zero information whatsoever, so even just the guiding light helps them out in not approaching deeper into A main as they might have.
Right.
Otherwise, we're still maintaining that first contact as finally more players from Squirtle Squad begin to emerge from their spawn. 4 players out already over towards Elbow, and now they're out.
Oh, great flash of some Broza. He's able to deal with at least the first frag, giving Wardell a little bit more time to play with, and especially that rotation in from Bang to allow slow orbs to go out, but nothing really planted just yet or put out yet from TSM as they play that 4v4 post plan.
Oh, Leviathan alongside Wardell and Bang, all collecting up a couple of shots. There goes that one way off the orb. Dim Sum Boy up close and personal, gonna be able to get one. Now it's a 1v3 now for Playboy Joe. He's only able to get one back. He's down to 7 HP. A fat gap with a wall now, and he can't exactly approach. And a couple of taps from Wardell. Wardell not hitting his shots. Hayes gets off of the diffuser and wide swings with Wardell instead to try to help out with one last take. TSM. 1-0.
Yeah, such tricky play for Playboy Joe, because it's like, if he wants to swing knowing that the spike is being diffused, he's got to run through, unfortunately, something that'll kill him almost instantaneously, that being the snake bite. So 1-0 start for TSM. I like the patience in that back lines as well. Despite Sabrosa going down, there is no hurry from Wardell to instantly get back into the fight and try and trade out his teammate. They get the 1-for-1. That's all they really need. Allow reinforcements to come in. You win out the post plant perfectly. So TSM, SMG is bought up, majority. Wardell sitting on that sheriff. I think he's going to save for the operator. Leviathan has got the Bulldog. The focus from Squirtle Squad this time around towards that B side. It's just Hayes here. 2 snake bites to delay, but he's just going to immediately fall back after feeling out that pressure.
And it's that early pressure where Hayes has actually readjusted himself all the way back into Snowman. It is a very good angle off that wall, but there's only one angle that he can peek in. Niliaz might have actually spotted Hayes, potentially out of the corner of his eye.
I don't think so.
No. I did see a little bit of movement from Hayes. That could have potentially been a ping, but still nothing of the sort. Instead, it's going to be the rest of Squirtle Squad making their way into mid. Leviathan, again, off that first contact. This is super, super interesting for Squirtle Squad. They take up full control of B main, and they all double back over towards mid. In comes the actual take. Wall up to cover up the gap. The spike will be able to go down over towards the back of sight. Hayes still holding it down. There's a second player right next to him. Finally, a plant from Jonah 6, essentially right in front of default. But mission accomplished, Sully. They have the plant.
Yeah, and you can see the idea from Squirtle Squad. They're trying to get really aggressive to ensure the spike does go down, but unfortunately, they walk into their dooms, and yup, the finals. The last couple of players, the final players, Niliaz stuck in the back behind Banana, and well, he's going to go down as well. A 2-0 start for TSM, although Squirtle Squad getting that spike down against Dim Sum Boy and the majority of these players a little bit closer to that ult, and you're able to find kills in the orb as well towards B main. It's not the worst of rounds. You don't get maybe the economic damage you were looking for, seeing how Wardell being one of the players to go down. He only went in with a sheriff, so it's a strong start here for TSM and Squirtle Squads. They maximize the most out of that round. Unfortunately, it isn't the most that they could have gotten, but it's at least something with that spike plan.
So still, Squirtle Squad potentially with a couple of pieces of util that they weren't able to buy before. So, you know, I think overall that's a W, because you look in the case of Dim Sum Boy, he's actually able to buy full armor alongside at least one of his nanoswarms, or he could have bought 2 nanoswarms with some armor. You know, it's just, you know, it's the butterfly effect. It's the small things that will affect the game potentially, Sully, and who knows, maybe that one nanoswarm is just going to be the ultimate conclusion to this next round. Who knows? But we are seeing a full rifle. back, at least in the hands of Squirtle Squad. They are focusing up a little bit more over towards the mid side. It is hazed off that first contact in tunnels.
Right.
Immediately gets headshotted. So Broza, this is amazing though. And he has Wardell next to him. I was about to say, he needs a second person here to at least make it a little bit safer. But this certainly works. Smoke off though. They can go back. Most of Squirtle Squad outside of A.
These players are simply just a distraction at this point. And seeing as well how Hayes was in the back of kitchen, the presence towards B main, it's a real possibility and a real threat. And you can see how passive Hayes is playing. He doesn't want to give up his life, but TSM, they started with 4 here on the A side, and suddenly it was just for a second only too, but Wardell doubling back. But even then, Squirtle Squad with 30 seconds left are not committed to A. The spike is still hovering behind them, and I'm not sure if this is a miscalculation, as already players revealed, and Bang has got a tiny gap in that wall and 25 seconds left. They are running it back to the B bomb set where Hayes, again, playing super passive, is not going to look for an early fight. He's already used both the snake bites, so Spike can essentially go down for free.
Sure can, Hazed. Just have a bit of a lineup, and oh, there it is. I was so scared that he was actually going to do the lineup right into the middle of the site.
He did?
But there it is still. No, he did. Hayes did end up connecting on the wall bang. Instead, it is back with a Sheriff. Squirtle Squad. It's all breaking apart at the seams. Psalm is now the last remaining on a 1v4. I don't think he has a lineup here, and I don't think he has space. 40 HP left. Best thing this man can do is save TSM with a golden start.
Yeah, and TSM they were so fast to make that rotation, right? They understood what the play was, the spike. No one really advanced past like the front of A main. No one really pushed forward into elbow. No one pushed forward in front Jenny. They kind of just sat in the front of A main. You can see here with that wall going up, and Wardell, a beautiful flick onto Playboy Joe, and then an instant response from Bang to at least cover up that area. There's that clean shot from Hayes. It's a phenomenal start for TSM to get it off already, and this is a map that we said they haven't played too much yet. They are showing signs of major dominance early on, but Squirtle Squad, I think this round is going to be more or less the same in the terms of dominance. They've only got pistols with a very early guiding lights. Everyone's going to be blinded, and there is so much info to play off of. Okay,
fastest take thus far of the game for Squirtle Squad. I don't think we've even seen a fast take over on the first map, but again, the fast take is done. They've already stopped a little bit. It has given a little bit more time potentially for Bang to rotate over. But now in comes the patience from Wardell. He waits up a little bit for more pixels to show up on his screen. And of course, he's able to aim better. There goes Psalm back though. 2 kills right in the middle of sight. Wardell has abandoned. So no defensive player here at all. There goes the plant. Psalm still looking out over towards the back of sight. He's still going to be able to get another kill on the Bang. Wardell through the orb. With a kill to Psalm, equalizing things at a 2v2. Hayes with a 50-50 as the wall goes down. It's so unfortunate. Playboy Joe, you already know that he's kicking himself for that one, but he can still fight. It's a one-on-one with none other than Wardell and Playboy Joe. But Wardell, he could shut it down right here, right now. Just a singular one of his knives. He's not even diffusing. Whoa! Oh, Playboy Joe! You absolute legend! He's still able to take down Wardell with only 5 HP and a Spectre!
Wardell just did not expect that kind of play, and this Red Bull clutch, especially for Playboy Joe, to maneuver around the backside pixels. That outshot to the left, I think it would have hit, and man, Playboy Joe, a single knife needed to connect. I think even a single right click from Wardell's classic would have won him that round, but unfortunately, every single knife he shoots out, completely missing the body, and TSM suddenly up 3-1. It could have been 4 right there, and it most certainly should have been. That dominance I was hinting at has suddenly faded away into obscurity, as immediately out there, Squirtle Squad have got a strong buy back into round number 5.
All right, I like dramatics. It's the type of game that I like to sit down and watch, and Sully, I have a feeling that Squirtle Squad can at least make this a little bit more entertaining going forward. It is an early pick, though. A very, very good pick at that. As TSM, they haven't exactly approached deep B main really at all. Squirtle Squad, they haven't had first contacts in B too much anyways. So TSM, just good timing. Good approach. Still able to get that first kill. Still watch out for the Leviathan. As most of Squirtle Squad is over towards mid. I do like to set up over towards B, but
lovely.
Leviathan! Oh, brother, no way he even thought of that. What is Leviathan even going for nowadays?
Yeah, it's such a perfectly cued execution as well, because Hayes is right there on the other side, I think right in front of Snowman, or in front of Kitchen, and it's perfect coming out from TSM. Recon bolt from Leviathan gives him a sudden opportunity, and Wardell, the opportunity to farm back up for those knives that he unfortunately wasted in the last round. And while TSM, that's one way to bounce back from the eco round loss or a thrifty round. 4-1, immediately responding, resetting Squirtle Squad once again. TSM have lost no swagger in their performance after the eco.
Yeah, and good thing you said it, Sully. They got reset again. This team only saved up one rifle from that last round, and yeah, no, I love that entire play, man. Again, I talked about Leviathan, and now I legitimately have no clue where Leviathan can get kills next. Like, even if Leviathan gets a kill within, like, maybe 2 seconds or, like, 1 second of us pausing this game, I still have no clue how Leviathan can get some of these kills. Wallbangs are cool and all, but here we go again. It doesn't exactly need to be too saucy. It is Wardell early on with an approach deep into A main. You still have Niliaz. Has he been spotted by the yellow drone? Yeah, he has. Niliaz, yes, he has. Smoke over towards the mid side. It could be Squirtle Squad with another mid take.
Gotta love that counter from Hayes. He tosses the orb, seeing the dark cover go down, and he knows that no one's gonna pressure into that. And ooh, decent swing back from Playboy Joe, but Wardell alongside now Leviathan are very, very prepared to take these fights, and Wardell trying to flag onto another, but Jonah 6, he's not going to be able to find much. Leviathan there to clean things up. A very nice, simple round from TSM, but on the other side, you look at Squirtle Squad, 4 ultimates ready and raring to go for this next round where they will have the full buyback.
By the way, for those that haven't been watching, like, Psalm recently, because it has been a while, Sully, since I've even commentated or heard of Psalm in competitive play. He has been grinding with Squirtle Squad throughout the last few months. But, you know, funnily enough, we were talking about this earlier. He is no longer a duelist. He has completely committed himself to Sova. Is that purely because of, like, a team need, or is now Psalm just kind of feeling out the Sova more?
I think it's a little hard to tell because he has been finding pretty crazy impact. Likewise with Leviathan. A nice couple of shots. It's more of a testament to how skilled these other two players, Playboy Joe and Niliaz in particular, can be, right? We saw Playboy Joe on that jet. It's really, really strong. Same with Niliaz on that KO, if you want to call that kind of a half duelist. But
yeah, no
KO this time around. It's a 4v3, and Niliaz and both Playboy Joy are still alive. Viper's Pit, noise made on that drop, but Niliaz, it is just such a difficult ultimate to punish. You can send in the Lear, but there's no guarantee you're going to find a kill, but he's skating on top, and this is maybe a tiny oversight had Hayes not poked his head throughout the cloud. And yeah, 4v2, so Broza with one flash can help delay this push, and with these last two players over, it becomes very, very difficult. And now Rosa, with all this information, one guiding light to delay, rotations coming in, and Squirtle Squad will be hard pressed to find themselves even stepping foot onto B site.
And like you said, the guiding light essentially ready. He can walk right into the orb and get something going for him. So unfortunate for Playboy Joe. He had a really, really good idea going into lower tunnels or box, but even then, he ended up getting pinged midway. So still TSM catching up a 6th round. No dramatics near the end whatsoever. It's starting to become yet another one of those games, Sully, but I'll be completely honest. It's been a while since we've seen, quote-unquote, one of those games from TSM.
You're not wrong. Not wrong at all, especially when when it corresponds to both the maps. Don't get me wrong, the night is still young. TSM, there are opportunities to mess things up.
And it's not their only game either. They still have another BO3.
It's not over just yet. They have Anbox to face possibly in the next round, but holy, Wardell, full blind, it makes the tag off the recon bolt. It's going to get a whole lot of damage, and well, that's just a spray on through. 4v2, and Wardell still going hunting with these knives. He's got another to find, and he's unfortunately run out of all of them. 4v1 nonetheless, and Psalm, he's been so good with that Sheriff, dude. So good, and he could find a little bit more here.
Oh, dude, Psalm has never left. That's probably the one takeaway. If we're supposed to take any takeaways from this, it's that it's the good news that Psalm has never left. He's still hitting some really, really good shots this far, but you know, maybe he could continue. He's able to get yet another headshot, bang around the corner, trying to chase down this angle of Som, but he's able to close it out. And good walk up from Bang. Of course, Som, no timing on it, but even then we move on. Yet another 7-1 scoreline. And Wardell, actually, just kind of looking at the scoreboard, Wardell has double the amount of kills than the top frag of Squirtle squad. This has been a lockout game from TSM thus far.
Yeah, especially in particular Wardell. He has been lights out so far. It's expected. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we know how good Wardell was, right? Way back in the Ignition days, way back in the first right days.
It used to be expected,
right? And I mean, he still is extremely good. He's honestly really been one of those players that just has not dropped form whatsoever. And even then, you can see the confidence. He's still radiating, going straight for an aggressive play. Shot onto the layer will disable, but he's still looking for a fight. Gets the info nonetheless. It's not a kill, but it's enough to give TSM some info to play off of. But these rotations are going back to the B site from Squirtle squad, and it's just Hayes. He's only got one snake bite, and he's in a one and done position essentially.
Yeah, he sure. No, he isn't, Sully. Look at this wall. Look at this wall next to him. He can't actually abandon.
If he crosses
just off of this wall alone.
If he crosses and they push out, he's gonna get punished.
No, absolutely. It's very fast. It's very, very fast. Hayes needs a first contact to be able to make this work. He's finally able to get one. Can he make it two? Yes, he does. It's worthwhile. As now Bang is here to try to trade out. And now Playboy Joe, the last person remaining in a 1v3. Nothing but a Viper's Pit. No, Ben Wardell got the kill through the smoke. Are you kidding me?
Oh, the recon bolt ticks him out. It's so unfortunate for Playboy Joe. Oh. Steps into the poison cloud, steps maybe a little to the right, and he doesn't get shut down. But yeah, I guess you were right. Wasn't a one and done. Didn't even pop the wall. He literally just took these fights, took these frags. Bang there as well for that second. Phenomenal stuff again from TSM on the defense. More individually so coming out from Hayes. But hey, 8-1, a testament to how well they've been playing TSM. And it's another Sheikah round for the side of Squirtle squad. Again, it's not going to be the best buy whatsoever. Did you say sheesh?
No. No, I didn't. You didn't hear that. Jeez. Here we go again, though. That Sheikah buy coming out once again. 5 players over towards B main. It's going to be 2 players trying to fight up front. Sabrosa, he's already down a little bit. Same thing with Hayes. Hayes ends up getting a headshot, but that guiding light is massive. He's only able to get one. So 3v3 as things start to reset. That same Viper wall hasn't really come into effect. They've really been banking off of it. Yeah,
it feels like more or less they've been comboing that with one dart coverage towards the back of Snowman and trying to put a lot of pressure towards the orange side.
It is a lot of control in theory.
Yeah, it feels like it, but the way that they've been going, and especially with this composition, not relying on that Sage wall, you want to put pressure there. You want to ensure that you can win that fight, and well, they haven't been given that opportunity to do so simply because they've been shut down every round, but they have cut noise here on the B site. Smokes do go out, Paranoia to go in, but Leviathan is not phased. A TP to the back of Bridge, and well, Leviathan is very wary of it. So clever, and he puts it down to just kill.
There goes the double peek. Dim Sum Boy helping out.
30 seconds left.
He ends up getting a big one, and Playboy Joe, who had a Vandal, he pulls out the Sheriff instead. And he takes down one off the rotation. And now TSM. We're currently on a hell of a run. Potentially get shut down finally. Only one round from Squirtle squad this far. Let's see if he can get extended. Bang currently has 2 slow orbs and a bit of a heal. He even has a revive, Sully. So if anything, he can get a 1 kill here. Potentially go on a run. Now, but the bodies are out and away. And that's a double wide swing. Well coordinated by both Playboy and Dim Sum Boy. And there goes a thrifty. A thrifty that Squirtle squad desperately needed.
Those first 2 kills in B main set themselves up with those 2 rifles, right? They find these kills. Sabrosa maybe a little bit too overeager to take this fight. Same thing with Hayes. Him going down in particular was a big loss because now you no longer have that smoke control, those snake bites, even that cloud down towards mid. So those 2 players, I think, maybe a little too over-aggressive. But hey, you're up 8-1. You can try and feel out the situation. But Squirtle squad, they're very quick to punish there. So TSM conceding now a 2nd round, but still that massive lead of 6 rounds is nothing to boast about if you are a Squirtle squad. And this Aljone's going to give Wardell a little bit of a cue. The turret spots him out and he breaks it. No info flank now, at least for the side of Squirtle squad. And Sabrosa, they hold a lot of information. 2 players known to be at the backside of B main, and well, TSM, they're adjusting accordingly. Wall up on the A side, and 4 players leaning towards B.
I do like the fact that they are still playing close up over towards that mid side. They're not trying to give up any contact off these rotations, but this A side is looking kind of fragile. Only one person here, it being Bang. Now we're finally seeing the lineup from Playboy Judge. Just about 50 seconds remaining for Squirtle Squad to even try to make this approach. Good. Wall up on the run. Paranoia out. It is a plethora of utility for this late A burst from Squirtle Squad, and it works out perfectly.
Yeah, and Bang isn't even going to commit to this fight. Not going to push through. They get the info. Nice punish from Leviathan, though. 4 versus 5, and everyone here on Squirtle Squad is starting to fall back.
It is full strength. Only one person has gone down thus far. A 5v5 retake. Already one casualty. Playboy Joe trying to line up over towards the back of side. Again, nobody from Squirtle Squad is in the middle here. TSM is just trying to clear out every single crevice on this site.
What?
But Squirtle Squad, everyone over towards this back line. It's going to be Bang with the first kill. Leviathan on top of Pipes, not going to be able to get anything, but it's straight back from Bang. Bang with a revive. Dim Sum Boy trying to spray away. Now it's Psalm in a 1v4, and the defuse is coming in at the exact same time. What a burst from TSM. Bang with the 4K. And Bang was here from the very beginning anyways. TSM, they played the long game, and they're able to get a 9th from it.
Okay, and then moving into the last round of this half, it's confidence all over for TSM. The pressure they apply, Leviathan being the one to push forward and take the early fights is just, again, how well a testament to how confident he is right now and how well TSM are feeling. Everyone is ready. Everyone's got that pressure. The spike slowly but surely gets closer to detonation. Everyone starts putting more pressure to allow Hayes to get that defuse. 9-2 TSM. 1 round to find double digits here, and well, for Squirtle Squad, it's a rough journey back in the second half, and Wardell, again, off of this Owl Drone, is going to put pressure towards Tube. That operator looking for a peek. The Phantom's the one to break it, so they're not exactly entirely sure where Wardell is, right? If he shoots that op shot, they know he's towards mid, and maybe they push in a little bit more confidently, but more or less the same from last round. An A execution, post-plant set and ready to go. The 5v5, this time truly coming up.
Yet another 5v5 retake. Sully, I used to say this a whole lot, but I think this is where it fits. It's like a car crash. I don't think you can really look away. It's going to be an explosion right in the middle of this A site. TSM once again facing on an empty A site. The Viper's Pit is up. So this is going to force Squirtle Squad to just push into this Viper's Pit. It's going to push this action. In comes Hayes. He's going to be able to get that first kill onto Niliaz. But Jonah 6, he ends up getting surprised from behind by the shorty of Wardell. Now watch out for the flank. Flank from Dim Sum Boy. Not only that, but the Hunter's Theory is going to be able to connect. It's another kill from Psalm. Wardell from above. Big kill into Psalm. And the defuse is not going to be able to go down. Wardell too far away. And Squirtle Squad with a well-fought round for the third. Folks, the first round was the first half was fun, entertaining. With Squirtle Squad, they desperately need a comeback. Find out if they can do so in the second half. Hey, no break. Welcome on back, folks. It is TSM facing off against Squirtle Squad, and it's the second half. Starting off real quick. Already a couple of seconds in, it was merely TSM making a slower approach back over towards A main, but no kills thus far. My name is Upmind, by the way, joined here by Sullivan. It's been a good game thus far for TSM, to say the least.
Yeah, good game for TSM. Squirtle Squad, on the other hand, have had certainly the rougher, the sharper end of the stick, but maybe things could change. They found success in the last map on the second half, but here they are, unfortunately losing the first body. Jonah 6 around. That's a beautiful recon vault, but he's not going to be able to punish. Instant response from Bang as he throws the wall up, realizing that threats as well. 4v5, now a 5v3, as Rosa is very quick to find the headshot onto Jonah.
Big from Broza, but still the rest of Squirtle squad getting closer and closer towards site. What is Playboy Joe doing? I think he got picked out over in mid. Now he's trying to back away. Saw him going big. Saw him able to get two out of nowhere. And this is actually possible now. Leviathan and Hayes. Now the last two remaining. Saw him with another kill. Very low HP on pretty much everyone. Hayes now in a firing range. Gonna be able to get two. Make it a third. The Red Bull clutch firmly under Hayes' belt.
That is outrageous from Hayes. 3 players essentially all giving 1v1s. That snakebite, I think, at least prevented the player on the spike, or at least trying to get to the spike. That being Playboy Joy to take that fight, and well, one person falls away. Hayes takes that fight. That second shot is so clean. Oh my goodness. Rolling back the years there, Hayes. Jeez. 10-3 TSM. I mean, the round was essentially theirs, right? But then Psalm comes out of nowhere with 2, and Hayes says, okay, I can do one better, finds the 1v3, and well, puts Squirtle squad again on another pistol round here, where this time it's a little bit upgraded. Couple of sheriffs here or there and one frenzy, but TSM with certainly the better firepower.
And it is kind of unfortunate seeing Squirtle squad not wanting to fully invest into a round like this, which essentially does mean that TSM should be able to slide into 11th. AKA no fireworks.
Nope.
Again, so yeah, I've been saying this entire time. I like the dramatics, but I think they put us on the wrong day for VCT, I think. These days, dude, I don't think my hype levels can get too crazy here, because look at this. It's too easy for players like Wardell dash up from behind onto Niliaz. But hey, let's actually see what Squirtle squad can continue to do. They still have the rifle round coming up after, but Dim Sum Boy, more importantly, Sully, in terms of the actual mission, we're looking for a couple of exits here, make the economy possible, because it's the same idea as that first map.
Oh, that's
you get a couple of picks,
sting.
you make the economy worth it, but oh,
a 145 headshot with a sheriff. That
that
sucks.
is brutal. What a 180 from Wardell. And now we're back. Now we have the entertainment. Rifles are back in the hands of Squirtle squad, and I do actually want to see how this defense actually shapes up. Same thing with TSM, because again, this is the first time that we're actually seeing the attacking side of TSM on this map ever, essentially.
And it's unfortunate that we only get, like, what?
That's how you survive.
3 rounds, possibly?
Maybe.
Right? Possibly only 3 rounds. And looking at it, they
Possibly.
forced up 2 rifles. Phantom for Rosa. Leviathan's got the Vandal, and he's going to use the Aldrin to clear out the early B main. They'll get a lot of pressure. Niliaz, very good positioning to find the first, and that's removed the main smoker. So now things get a little bit more dicey. Bang does have that wall to allow the spike plant, but Playboy Joe, they're walking through, and he's good for 1. Nanostorm to pop as well to give him a little bit more space. He is managing this pressure phenomenally. Teammates coming to his side to help him out here as well. And the next thing you know, TSM have fallen again, 2 versus 5. And both players corralled into B main with flanks imminent.
And sometimes, Sully, it is not the frags that gets me entertained, and it is simply the utility. It is textbook utility here on the B site. The combination between the Viper and the KJ is so efficient. You have what was Playboy Joe just playing contact over in Yellow Box, but again, he's just playing contact. Yes, he was going for a couple of kills, but you have a nano swarm and an alarm bot right next to him. Yellow Box is shut down. Squirtle squad can stay here forever if they want to, and indeed they are going to. TSM now have 2 more players remaining over towards this back line, and it's super tough for them to get through. Finally, Wardell is able to get in. Still alarm botted out. Now he's a little bit vulnerable, but the dash does help. Leviathan tries to go for a bit of a peek, but it's actually a kill back for him. So not exactly a bad move, but again, that Viper wall essentially plugging away everyone else from Squirtle squad. They're able to escape. Wardell has no entry. All 4 players are here. Spike is still here. Wardell is looking for something cheesy, and not even at the last second he's gonna go for the spike plant. He's gonna stick to the Phantom in his hands. It's gonna be another run for Squirtle squad.
At least they've put up the 4th here. TSM was basically just their bonus. I think only 1 rifle was forced up in that round. Niliaz comes up big with that first pick. Again, like you were talking about earlier, textbook. Swarm gets popped. The alarm bot didn't even go off initially, so to have that in that post area where Wardell is all alone, or at least when they're trying to make that late execution, helps out tremendously. And here we see again, Squirtle squad pairing up both KJ and Viper towards his B side. This time, no support util, at least from Dim Sum Boy to help Playboy Joe, but utilizing the low on bot towards mid. It's going to get broken instantly. TSM up in the hands of Wardell as he takes it towards top 2, but turret there ready for a response. So his shot is going to give away where his positioning is, and not too sure if they're wanting to punish, and it does look like it. Possibly Dim Sum Boy in very close proximity.
Again, it's so awkward that the Opper is even going up tunnels at the moment, but still, he's not even going for that first contact. He hears the turret. So if anything, it's really just listening out for anyone that makes a rotation back over towards B. He's in such a pivotal position for multiple reasons.
I've got your trail.
With Wardell's positioning, they've elected to go for this B split. Playboy Joe forced off the angle, and he's gonna have to fall back to the cover again of Dim Sum Boy. Beautiful swarm setups, and Wardell there quickly finally able to find a frag.
And he's still going. He has the angle. Second kill back from Wardell, and now Dim Sum Boy and Jonah are the last two remaining. And yeah, Dim Sum Boy, who's been around the B site for a good minute, he finally gets revealed, and he finally gets taken down from midair. That's more or less what we expected to off that early approach. Wardell alongside Hayes. Neither one of the two were detected whatsoever in going into tunnels. Now Squirtle squad, they're left scratching their heads once again. It's another explosion that, honestly, we just haven't seen too much of. It is good to actually see a TSM exec a little bit.
It's a nice, clean one as well. I was concerned because at first it looked like Squirtle Squad had all the information towards that A side, or had 2 players pushed up B main, or not all the way A main, but feeling no pressure, having a very clear visual that nobody's approaching from belt, and it felt for a moment Squirtle Squad was prepared for one oversight. Wardell was able to find 2 huge picks and punish that defensive line or that back line from Squirtle Squad. It puts him in a favorable spot and gives TSM that round. 12-4, 1 round to find to close out this series in Squirtle Squad. We were expecting them to put up a fight. We thought this could be the team that could possibly take down TSM, the slow, sluggish Giants that had the slow start yesterday. Like I said earlier, they are coming heated here, and with 1 more round to go, it's 8 rounds that Squirtle Squad have to find, and 8 chances TSM now have to close in regulation.
Right here.
Let's see if they can line it up then. Squirtle squad still maintaining more of an early 3-man take, or towards the A site, which is a little bit weirder than usual. This B site, in terms of the early contact, and especially over towards mid, has been so tough. And Sully, nobody watching mid, nobody watching tunnels, has allowed Wardell to go up kitchen once again. Do you like that turret positioning? It is gonna get that ping, but early pick from TSM. It's just gonna make Dim Sum Boy's job over in B main a whole lot harder. In comes the exec. Dim Sum Boy is all alone, but he decides to abandon last second. And just like that, the site should just be open. They still have that Viper wall up. Psalm is watching up the cross. Squirtle Squad, they have abandoned the A side. There's 2 players over towards mid. Jonah, he heard the updraft, but he's not able to get the pick. Viper pit around the middle. And Hayes stopping Psalm right when he was about to take down the planter. Oh, Nilias to keep his team alive here in the VCT. It's a 1v4, and Wardell has the angle in mid. TSM, it's another day in the office. They're moving on into the next round.
There you go.